Hey, everybody! Loop is always frustrating and relaxing. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, okay. I want to get actually a better loop, better GIF on that one. But like, I wanted to get one like was like, you know, unique, special. But fucking, that's expensive, my dude. Like, you know, if I'm ever in a position where I can actually have money to burn on shit like that, like, you know, I'm getting some sort of cute fucking Vix gif on there, like, or like dancing or something. I don't know. But gifs are expensive. Like, stupid fucking expensive. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Steins Gate 0. So, last time, at the very end, like, on, like, right on the fucking 2-hour mark, I was actually planning on going further, but, like, the game just fucking crashed. The game just crashed, so I've played through, back up to roughly where we were, like, right before we crashed, and we're going to keep going. Since Star and Suzuha weren't mentioned, I'll play. So yeah, I'm gonna cut up and start moving. The plans for your families arrive at Okinawa Defense Bureau eventually. We already have them under our protection. Oh boy. Your other friends are all in the car behind us. You haven't been separated, so don't worry. Took a quick look and saw another identical van a little behind us. Yes, we're back to zero. Haha. So Mayor and the others were there. Then we'll see them later, right? Of course! Yuki let out a sigh of relief. And then I started to wonder about something else. Why were we split into different cars? This van could hold at least another 3 people. If we squeeze in tight, it could easily hold everyone. Or is there some reason they'd put me, Yuki, and Fubuki into the same car? The car drove alongside the Okinawa monorail for a while, and then went south down a wide bypass. It's so dark! Huh? What was that? Nothing, just there are all these stores, and they're all dark. There are lots of franchise restaurants, big supermarkets, and we've already been here. Alright, good. There's a blackout in effect. There's a curfew past 5 p.m. Okinawa may be safe, but it's still wartime. Things can't be like what they were. Can't wait for this war to end and everything to go back to normal. Man. Oh boy, wartime, huh? Tell me, Okabe. The Okinawa you knew was a bright, fun place, even at night, wasn't it? Oh, I wouldn't know. I've never been to Okinawa before. Okay, this is right about where we cut off. That's a shame. Then I prayed that you come back for a good vacation sometime. This is a very nice island. Very nice. So cool. The car headed up from the bypass over a land bridge and into another road. We quickly came to a long tunnel. I actually wanted to ask the 3 of you some questions before we got to the bureau. That's why I have you riding with me. Oh no. Do you fellas have any idea about time machines? My guess was right. That meant that there was something he wanted to ask just the 3 of us. Why us 3? I wasn't particularly close to Yuki or Fubuki. I only started talking to them a few months ago. I shook my head. This was before the world line changed. Maybe things were different in this world line. In this world line, Mayushi goes on to become premier of the Soviet Union. Ginto Gulag. I had no idea what my relationship was to anyone else in this world line. Since the SDF had been treating me so well, I didn't want to make Shirayama was suspicious. So I thought it would be the best to leave most of the talking to Yuki and Fubuki. Yuki Amane. Yes, oh no. Shirayama spoke to Yuki first. Yuki went stiff as her name was called. I could feel it even sitting next to her. You don't know where Ida Hashida and his little sister are, do you? Oh shit! Little sister, that must be Suzuha. That means even in this world line, Suzuha had come from the future, and somehow gotten to know Yuki and the others are pretending to be Suzuha's sister. And CSDF evidently didn't know where Daru and Suzuha were. No way! Yuki fell silent and glanced over to me, as if expecting help. I didn't know where they were either. I didn't have any memories of this world line, so I had no way of answering. But Yuki's attitude bothered me. As if she knew where they were and was deliberately hiding it, and I was supposed to be hiding it too. I could figure that out, I'm sure Shirayama could too. Strange tension filled the car. Yuki was trying to hide it, but from whom? Are we Soviets? Yuki, are we communists now? You sure you don't know? Shimiyama turned around from the front passenger seat and asked again. I'm sorry. Gomenasai. Yuki bowed her head in apology. You were very close to him, weren't you? You were his lover and you— Oh, shit! Okube, write this down. I, Daru Hashida, have made it with a woman. You know that cell phones don't work anymore, right? There are plenty of ways to get in touch with someone besides a cell phone. Like a carrier pigeon. But I really don't— No. Nothing with my sister either? Nothing. By the way, I'm told that you were researching something with Hashida Okabe? Huh? I wasn't sure how to react when the conversation suddenly turned towards me. Researching? But researching what? Uh-oh, if I panic, I'll make them suspicious. What were you researching? I could have to give them the most harmless answers I could. It wasn't really research, it was more like inventions. Inventions? Yeah, like whether you could attach a CCD camera to a bamboo copter to do aerial photography. Or whether you could use the heat from a vacuum cleaner as a hairdryer. Oh, that's interesting. What about the time machine? What the fuck? Then you weren't, say, making something unbelievable and running away from us so we wouldn't find out what it was. Running away? Damn, I responded. That was a mistake. But does that mean Daru and Suzuha were hiding from the SDF amidst all this chaos? The SDF had risked their lives to protect me over the last month. Should I be asking them for help? I got even more confused. You don't know, then that's fine. We'll talk about Hashida and his sister some other time. Oh boy, we're about to get fucking— oh boy! We're getting taken to the bureau to get fucking CBD'd. CBT'd, even. Somebody please tell me what the right answer is. How am I supposed— like, the reading Steiner is really really annoying. Because he has no memories of this world line, which means that, like he's got no way to know what the fuck's happening. Katsumi Nakase, there was something else I wanted to ask you. Me? This time it was Fubuki's turn to jump up in her seat. No, don't get nervous, it's nothing big. So Shirayama said, but Fubuki was clearly starting to get nervous. Her reaction was strange, it was so strong. Maybe the self-defense force wasn't simply protecting us. For one thing, there was no way normal civilians like us merited such important treatment. Then what were they after? No, I could guess. The time machine. This war started with Russia's time machine experiments. And of course, Nakabachi was involved. I'd learned from some of the soldiers that this world line he'd sought asylum in Russia. And Suzuha was a time traveler from the year 2036. If Suzuha was here in this era, that meant it was Daru who made the time machine that brought her here. If you had a time machine, you could change the outcome of this war. It makes sense of what the Japanese government thought, and if that was why they were trying to recapture Daru, Suzuha, and their friends. And once I realized that, the whole situation started to feel terrifying. Was this car really headed towards the Okinawa Defense Bureau? No, it's going to the fucking mass grave! It's going to the fucking mass grave! We're gonna get fucking lined up and shot! About the physical you underwent last week. You've almost recovered from the wounds you sustained in Tokyo, and health-wise you're fine, but you're under a lot of stress. Oh. Well, it's not surprising you survived a terrible bombing. It's no exaggeration to say that most civilians have PTSD by now. Fuck. But it seems your symptoms are a little different than most people's. You have very realistic dreams, for example. Oh, no. Particularly severe instances, you could almost be called waking dreams. I've been told at times you lose the ability to tell the difference between dreams and reality. Isn't that just PTSD, though? Oh, no. Ibuki was too scared to speak, so Yuki interrupted curtly. It was rare to see Yuki act like this. Nothing else, I'd never seen him before. Plain now, Yuki didn't trust Shimiyama. In fact, she considered him an enemy. No, it's very strange. Shimiyama paused for a moment for a fact, and rubbed his chin. There are others who say they have very similar dreams, and not just one or two. Nani? Of course, the degree to which they suffer from this problem changes. We found more than 10 in Japan alone. They exist in other countries too. We've only got information from the West. That's just a coincidence, isn't it? Ibuki was incredibly frightened, so I spoke in her place. You've heard of Putin, right? No, I have not. Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin. From 2000 to 2008, he was the second president of Russia. 2008, he became its prime minister, a former KGB agent. Oh! It's Putin. It's fucking Putin. Suddenly, Shimiyama turned his gaze towards me and asked me a question. Putin? The Soviet General Secretary, right? I almost said President of Russia, but he managed to stop myself. The Soviet Union still exists in this world line. Putin's title was General Secretary, not President. I'd heard that during my term in Aruma. Correct, but interesting enough, Nakase referred to him as the President of Russia. Nani? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention, and I'm not really what you'd call a good student. Oh, no. No, that's not it. It's one of the strange things about the people who have these dreams. They all call him President Putin. So, reading Steiner is becoming more widespread then. Interdasting. Doesn't that mean that, like, the time machine becomes irrelevant then? Because if everybody has reading Steiner, then that means that changing the past means nothing. Like... Like, that's like the main benefit of Time Machine, is that you can just change people's hearts and minds. That's weird. And they all call Gorbachev and Yeltsin presidents too. That's why the scientists started calling it President's Disease. Not a terribly clever name if you ask me. No way. Is he talking about reading Steiner? Unless someone you like, that's a fair point. That's a fair... Assassinations through time travel are still useful. But I mean, like, yeah, but like one of the main benefits, other than assassination, is implementing changes to make things more useful in the future. But if everybody knows that time has been altered via reading Steiner, then... it makes you feel like time travel is, like, kind of, you know, less useful. There's a strong chance that people besides me had that power, even if not as acutely. I never found out for sure, but what Ferris had said in the Alpha World line suddenly suggested it. So it's certainly possible that Shimiyama's waking dreams were actually the effects of reading Steiner. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. They were all aware of the world line shift a month ago, just like me. If Ibuki had the same memories of the other world line that I had, it would make perfect sense that she called Putin a president. Gorbachev? Yeltsin? You don't know them? Didn't they teach you that in world history? I only took science classes in high school. Oh! What, like, okay, so what the fuck is up with Japanese high school? Like, does it, like, do you actually get to choose your classes, or what the fuck? I thought everyone knew about them. Do kids today not know who they are? I find it hard to believe you're all that ignorant. I'm sure you know about Gorbachev and Yeltsin, right, Yokobe? Yeah, I suppose so. And Perestroika and the fall of the Berlin Wall? Yeah, they're in the textbooks. The second after the words were out of my mouth, an alarm went up in my mind. Something was wrong. There was something strange about what Shimiyama was saying.
I don't expect you to eat all of that.
Well, don't you want some too?
There's another batch.
What the fuck? How? Thank you. Oh, jeez. Oh no. They don't exist in this world. The Berlin Wall never came down. Then I realized. The East and the West were caught up in the middle of a world war. How could the Berlin Wall have fallen? And could Gorbachev really execute Perestroika? By the time I realized he tricked me, I was too late. My panic appeared in my face. Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! You got caught up! You too, huh? And you were deliberately trying to hide it, weren't you? Off to Gulag with you, Okarin! So the information was right after all. You know something important. Listen, Okabe, I want you to tell me. Shimiyama suddenly laughed. It was a bitter laugh, almost eerily so. Gorbachev? Yeltsin? Who are these people you all keep talking about? We don't have any data on them, and neither do any of the American intelligence agencies. The data doesn't exist. Oh no! It doesn't exist. I looked over at Yuki. From the look on her face, I could tell she really had no idea who they were. Perestroika, the fall of the Berlin Wall, did these things really happen? Tell me, please! I couldn't answer. I was thinking of something completely different. I suddenly realized why the world line might have changed a month ago on Christmas Eve. What if Russia had used the time machine that day in an experiment to change the past? The goal of the experiment would have been to stop the collapse of the Soviet Union. And if what resulted in them changing the past was this world line, foolish! A single change to the past and the butterfly effect makes the entire world so different. Did they know how many people had died? Have you and your friends really experienced the history of a different world? I just can't believe it. It's just nonsense cooked up by some crazy scientists! Mad scientists. Fucking... So the Berlin Wall never happened and neither did Perestroika. Fuck. This world's more boned than you would have thought. Holy shit. Until we heard the sound of an incoming call on our cell phone. So, like, if the Cold War was going on for, like, an additional 20 years, what the fuck else happened? Like, the changes happened prior to the 90s because the Berlin Wall's still up, but Jesus. Wait, what's going on at the Bureau? What the fuck? Shimiyama's finger slammed down on the end call button so hard I thought the phone would break. There was a look of rage on his face. We're changing our destination. Head to Cadena Base, Gate 2. His words were filled with irritation as he spoke to the driver. Changing destinations? Just who was he talking to? As I sat there confused, Shimiyama started to call someone else. This is Shimiyama. We're changing our destination. We'll meet at Gate 2 at Cadena Base. That's all he said before he hung up.
What's going on? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick.
The situation's changed. Okabe is heading to a US military base. From there, he might get a fun trip on a US Air Force plane to America. Ah, yes, the safest place on Earth. Nani? America? I'll ask them to make sure you get first-class accommodations, but don't get your hopes up. They don't listen to any of us more than you'd listen to a yapping pet dog. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, right. Because the Cold War never ended, Japan never stopped being a buffer state. Oh, no. Oh, no. Japan's a fucking buffer state still. Oh, fuck. Why America? I don't know if it's the CIA or the NSC, but someone wants us to hand you over.
Why?
Ask them yourself. Then he turned back towards the front and fell silent, refusing to answer any of my questions. The car went down the road for a while until we got off an exit at South Okinawa. Whoa, no. Well, Okarin's just gonna get his fucking... Oh man, look at those mannequins the US set up to guard their base. Ah, yes. Perfect. No Russians will ever sneak past these mannequins. We stopped in front of the gate. Several US soldiers had evidently been waiting for my arrival. Once we hand you over to the Americans, we're not going to get any accurate information from them. So this is my last chance. Shimiyama turned around to the front passenger seat and looked straight at me. His eyes were desperate and begging. Tell me, what are we supposed to do?
What do we do?
Please! I remembered all the soldiers in Tokyo who'd fought so desperately to protect me. What, were they fighting to help someone else in Tokyo right now? Or were they already... Don't know. I don't know. Okabe. I really don't know. Do you think I can do something about this war all by myself? Knowing that Gorbachev and Yeltsin were the presidents of Russia, or that they brought a dramatic end to the Cold War, that doesn't actually help anything. I could hear the sound of another car getting closer. Shimiyama sighed and opened the passenger's door. Get out! Be gone, thought! I exited the car as I was told.
Oh, goody!
Toot-toot-doo! Bang! Just she gets sniped. Mayuri got out of the van behind. Who gave her this adorable hat? Like, everyone else got fatigues. Mayuri got like a cute little fucking hat. God damn it. Mayuri!
Oh, green.
Yeah, big hugs. My childhood friend flung herself into my arms and I held her tight. I finally get to see you. I'm so glad you're safe. Big safe. Big safe before he gets sent to fucking the CIA to get his dick examined. Oh, he's been going through a month of Mayuri withdrawals. I've been so worried about whether or not Mayuri was okay. There's no exaggeration to say that I survived this far just to make sure. Alright, now I know you're okay. Bang! No matter what happened, I just wanted her to be safe.
Oh, Kareen, you're hurting me. Ah.
Oh.
Sorry.
I held her too closely. Mayushi believed she'd get to see Ocarina again.
Hooray, you're safe, nya.
Oh, please tell me that Faris has a fucking cat-themed military fatigues. Please, for the love of God, tell me that's a thing. Oh my god, no! Disappoint. I am big disappointed she just doesn't have a camo fucking cat ear band. She got a cute belt at least. There are two more voices I recognized. Faris and Ruka, and behind them I saw Cade. I'm glad you're all safe. Okabe, Rukiko. Oh no. I felt myself getting choked up too when I saw Rukiko cry. I exchanged greetings with Cade too. Fubuki had grabbed onto her like a little kid. She was still pale and trembling. Faris, I guess you're not wearing your maid outfit for once.
It's been a long time since anyone's called me Faris. Yeah.
Faris spoke. Like, Faris! A world war is happening! Like, for fuck's sake. A world war is happening and you're still going Nya. Alright, good luck, Max. Holy shit. Faris spoke sadly. She put her hand around my neck and held me close. Her little pink lips got close to my ear as if she's about to kiss me. Hey, what's going on?
Don't be so embarrassed, Nyan.
She laughed mischievously. Then Faris, no, Rumiho Akiha, whispered into my ear while pretending to kiss me. Be careful. Don't trust the Americans! Adults are all liars. None of them tell the truth. Jesus Christ. That's right, Faris had a special talent. Cheshire break. She's incredibly good at looking into someone's heart and seeing what they were thinking. Yeah, I just figured that out. Don't trust anyone, including the CIA. One of them just tricked me. Faris looked surprised and took a step back.
That's sad, Nyan.
Yeah. I'll never forgive the Japanese! I mean, the Americans! Then I heard the sound of another engine. The sound was coming from beyond the gate and inside the base. It belonged to a black luxury car with an E on the license plate. Behind it was a minibus. Two of them stopped in front of the gate. It's time for for my reunion to end. Welcome! An American soldier as tall as a basketball player got out of the car. Welcome everyone, my name is Hammond. His Japanese was good, but not great. Everyone except Mr. Okabe, get on the death bus! He was smiling, but I could tell he was not going to allow any arguments. And the other American soldiers were still carrying their rifles as they stood guard without smiles. Shimiyama and the other Japanese soldiers were watching us from a distance. They didn't try to stop us, they were just looking downwards. Everyone but Ocarine, what do you mean? It means Okabe's. One of these groups is going to the death pits. There's no need to be scared. We're going to talk to you a little and we send you right to the Okinawa Defense Bureau. Come along.
Ocarine.
It's fine, don't worry. I'm just gonna go die a little bit. Yuki, take care of Mayuri. Don't let her do anything stupid. Yuki nodded and put her arm around Mayuri's shoulder. She led her to the bus. Everyone else followed.
Ocarine. Doo-doo-doo.
Tell my parents I said hi. Your parents are dead, Ocarine! Oh. As everyone but me was on, the minibus left immediately. The area in front of the gate fell silent. It's hard to believe this existed in the same world as all the places I'd crossed on my escape through Japan's main island. Alright, Mr. Okabe, come this way. He told me to get in the backseat of my black luxury car. What would happen once I got inside? I tried to think about it. I realized there was nothing I could do. I was just about to get into the car when... Okay, run! If you go to America, you won't come back alive! Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, America evil, okay. Shimiyama's scream was cut off by the sound of gunfire. In the corner of my eye, I saw the American soldiers firing without hesitation. What the fuck? No way. I tried to turn around when... Get inside! A large hand blocked my vision as Hammond held me down. I couldn't hear Shirayama's voice anymore. Through the gaps between his fingers, I could see that nothing was moving. And I knew exactly what that meant. I shoved into the car before I had time to think about it. This is... I tried to open my mouth, but Hammond looked into my eyes and shook his head. I wasn't supposed to talk then. Hammond sat next to me and closed the door. The car started to move. Jesus Christ, Shimiyama, you couldn't have waited until, like, before I was getting black-bagged? America, huh? I've never been there before. What are they gonna do to me there? Use me as a guinea pig? Cut open my head and dissect my brain? Probably wasn't gonna be able to do tourist things. Felt like screaming, but I tried my best to stay calm. There's someone I want you to meet. Hammond suddenly spoke, then he handed me something. I took it before I even looked at what it was, then I checked it was a normal smartphone. It's not locked, just hit that button. I pressed the button, and then something appeared on the screen. Is it Cariso? Hey, it's Karisu! It was the Amadeus Karisu Makise. Why does the US military have Amadeus? I got to ask Hammond when, for about a month, that feeling came back. Wait, what just changed? What just fucking changed to make time happen? What the fuck? There's like... Oh, it's Tanya being over too far. Alright, fair enough. The whole world and its colors began to shift. What are you doing back there? Why are you lurking? Why are you lurking on the stream? Okay. There's a feeling of instability, like my brain was unable to recognize where it was. And that dizziness, you get a sense of falling, like you get when you're anemic. I could hear the blood vessels deep within my ears. It sounded really loud. The sense of floating finally stopped. My surroundings coalesced into firm shapes.
Oh, goody.
So we're not gonna get to see his brain get dissected by the CIA then, no? Damn it, that timeline didn't last very long, did it? I kinda wanna just, like, pop open Amadeus and be like, hey, yo, I just came from a timeline. There's no trace of Okinawa anywhere. Mayushi's gonna get embarrassed if you keep staring like that. I realized that I was staring at Mayuri. I looked around the room. Daru was sitting in front of the PC like always, hunched over with his back towards me. Suzuha was reading a magazine on the couch. On the open page, I read the title, New Encephalitis Strikes Worldwide! Are you in danger? The answer might surprise you. Same couch, same cheap fridge, Daru's computer desk, the dirty curtain that cut off the development room from the rest of the lab. The wall clock, which I'd picked out of a garbage dump, told me it was past 6. I looked at the calendar and 2010 was already gone. It was January 2011. The world line had changed again. I was back. The old world line? Hey Miri, this is Akihabara, right? Ani? Is it not Akihabara? It's Akihabara. No, it's the moon! What day is it again? The 21st? Do you know who Gorbachev is? Gorbachev, I think I've heard that name. Perestroika, right? Russia. It was Gorbachev back from the Soviet days. These days, when you think of Russia, you think of Putin. I'm sure he was right in front of me and glared at me, I'd pee my pants. I know Putin, he's the president of Russia, right? Did you know he likes doggies? He keeps an Akita. I saw it on the news. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. How to make Putin absolutely innocent. Make him like doggies. Jesus. President. Yeah, that's right. He's the president. Suzuha should immediately recognize this. If she doesn't, I'm gonna be upset. I was back, baby! I no longer had to worry that I might be killed any second. I felt incredibly relieved. But at the same time, I wondered, why had the world line changed again? I needed to calm down and think for a bit. Or maybe you could talk to Suzuha about it. I went up to the roof and booted up the web browser on my smartphone. Unlike during wartime, it connected immediately. I was amazed at the speed. Just getting an internet connection in the last world line had been difficult enough. I started by searching for Gorbachev, and the results came back instantly. Perestroika, Soviet Union's first and last president, the August coup d'etat and the collapse of the Soviet Union. All the key words I'd hoped to see were there. As I confirmed the Soviet Union is dismantled at the end of the 20th century and no longer existed, I closed the browser. Whew! Then why had the world line shifted again? I hadn't done anything. I didn't have any way to affect the divergence value. So what had changed it? Dude, this is fucked. Like, having the ability to, like, move between timelines, but not having the ability to actually enact that change, that's gotta be absolutely fucking terrifying. Had whoever had performed the first experiment in Russia undone it? Had they watched the progress for a month and has been satisfied? Were they going to keep doing it? And if they did, would I be caught up in it each time? It's so cold. It was a mistake to come outside without a coat on. Nothing I could come up with by myself would be any more than a guess. Jesus Christ, my dude. I went back to the lab. The race we put up at the entrance for Christmas party was still up. That Christmas party, huh? It's only been a month, hadn't it? Felt like a million years ago. I had no memories of what I'd done in this world line after the Christmas party. Oh, come to think of it, we left those decorations up. We should take those down. You and Mr. Buki collapsed during the party, right? So there was a big fuss we sort of forgot to clean up. Nakase and I collapsed? Oh shit, okay, so she's got... I just forced to go to alternate timelines every... Oh god, that'd be fucking horrifying, because... Like, you don't have any memories of that timeline, so, like, every week, it's like your memories are essentially... Your memories and life experience are rendered moot. Just... Oh, boy. Like, fucking... Fubuki has no idea about reading Steiner, time travel, world lines, any of that shit. So, like, imagine, like, bouncing to a different timeline and having no idea what the fuck just happened. Like, no wonder she was, like, shaking like a fucking leaf when Shirayama was talking to her. Holy Christ. I mean, I come back to the same world lines when I've been in before. Yay! This was Russia's doing. And it's terrifying to think they could control the world line to that degree. And there's one more thing. Worried me that Fubuki collapsed too. I stood there, lost in thought. Daru and Mayuri looked a little concerned.
Oh, goody.
Oh, come to think of it, I was wondering how Nakase is doing. Frequently come up with an excuse. Fubuki's still in the hospital. In the hospital, even though it's been a month? She says she's fine, but they won't let her leave. I've heard that lately, unless you are really, really sick, they wouldn't let you stay in hospital for very long. Was Fubuki sick or something? They still think she's got this, I guess. Oh, the encephalitis is actually reading Steiner, alright. I borrowed the magazine. They were talking about this last November. I'd seen a glimpse of it on the news. Outside of Japan, they'd been seeing almost 100 people, albeit with mild symptoms. In Japan, there were 10 people being kept at hospitals for examinations, or so it said. So it had made its way to Japan. And one of those 10 was Habuki then. Was it transmissible by air? We didn't catch it at the Christmas party, did we? I knew that getting nervous wouldn't help anything, but still I wondered. Hey, shouldn't you go to the hospital too, Ocarine? You were in worse shape than she was, you know. Yeah, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. No, I won't. I gave her a half-hearted answer to Mayuri and turned back to the magazine. Strange symptoms being found over the world. Cause unknown. Sudden memory loss. Memories differ to those of the people around you. Losing all sense of the passage of time. Losing the ability to tell the difference between dreams and reality, and sometimes having waking dreams. The article was filled with things like that. This was just like reading Steiner! I matched exactly with what Shimayama had told me in the other world line. Interesting. Yep. You don't need to flashback on this one. We know. We know about the flashback. We know that. I wondered back then if Ibuki possessed reading Steiner too. Maybe the reason she collapsed at the Christmas party wasn't some new disease, but the unexpected activation of her reading Steiner. That mean that her diagnosis was wrong, yet necessary tests and treatments wouldn't help a bit. Looked like I needed to talk to Fubuki. I'd just ask her, like, hey, do you remember like an alternate world line where everything was dying? I ended up going over that day. She's a large general hospital with a medical student department, located in Ochaminamizu. It was close enough to Akihabara I could walk, and getting there was easy. And since you might get the wrong idea if I went alone, I encouraged Mayuri to come with me. I hoped it would look like I was only coming as an afterthought. It ended up being a bigger deal than I expected. When they heard that Mayuri was going, Yuki and Kei decided to come too. Evidently, they'd all been to visit Fubuki several times before, and they knew exactly where she was located. They walked down the halls without hesitation. It was almost 8 when visiting hours ended, so we needed to hurry. Hey Fubuki, what about that alternate timeline and all that shit? As we passed the nurse's station, there was a minor commotion. A woman in the late 40s wearing a grey jersey was yelling at the doctors and nurses. Enough of this! When do I get home? Told you, only after you've been examined and gotten the treatment you need. You aren't giving me any kind of treatment. And while we're supposed to be quickly examining me stuck here for a month, what am I supposed to do about my job? Calm down, there's still a lot we don't know about this disease. Without proper examination treatment, it's dangerous. Liar! The TV said not to worry because it wasn't that bad. All hail television. We told you before that only if you get the appropriate treatment. One of the nurses just told me you were dizzy. I just felt anemic because dinner was late. I'm just fine. Let me go home. Nice to see the Japanese hospitals are just as shit as Western ones. Makes me feel good about myself. As I sit here with my spine that doesn't work. Oh boy. That scared me. You think Fubuki's okay? Girls hurried even faster down the hallway. Fubuki was in a 4-person room at the very end of the hallway. We hesitantly peeked inside. That voice! Is she dying? We could hear moaning coming from beyond the curtains surrounding Fubuki's bed. Yuri went pale and hurriedly ripped them open. Fubuki! Oh, she got the brain harness! Holding her brain in. Fubuki made a strange noise and spun around as we came in. I looked around and saw that she was sitting on the bed with her legs crossed, watching a show on the LCD TV attached to it. Her eyes were red and swollen with tears, but given the fact she had a stick of Pocky in her mouth, she was probably just crying over a soap opera. God damn it. Oh, you guys came to see me. Oh, boy. Fubuki wiped away her tears and welcomed us with her usual smile. Ooh, you're scared of me, Ushi. I thought you were crying. I am. Stephen Chan just told Susan Chan that she's a cunt. Ah. Next time on Days of Our Lives. Even as she apologized, she tossed another chocolate-coated stick in her mouth. Her hair was tied up, and she was wearing some kind of magical headgear. At first I thought it was just that she's too lazy to do her hair, but evidently not. There are cords coming out of the headgear that are attached to the belt around her waist. Were they monitoring her brain waves? As unobtrusively as possible, I took a look at the other patients around the room. They're all wearing the same headgear. They must have been giving it to all the encephalitis patients. Sorry to bring everybody over, Fubuki. No, you're very welcome, and I didn't think Ocarine would come. Oh, she wants it. She fucking wants it. Look at that blush. Fubuki wants that sad scientist dick. She never done that before, so I started to wonder if there was something on my face. They said you collapsed like I did, so I got worried. How are you doing? That's fine. I don't really understand why they won't let me leave. Every day there's 2 exams, there's nothing for me to do, so I'm bored. And you're not allowed to use your phone in the rooms. If I want to send a text, I have to go all the way to the lobby, and they turn off the lights at 9, so I can't watch the late-night anime. What's the point of being in hospital if you can't watch porn at night? Come on. I just don't believe this. Her bed was surrounded by portable game consoles, magazines, a miniature DVD player, anything to stave off boredom. Given all the half-empty boxes of snacks, it was hard to believe the disease was as serious as they said on the news. God, man, I remember when I was, like, stuck in hospital for, like, fucking, what, like, 2 weeks, I think it was? It was so boring. Like, holy shit. There were no outlets in the room, so I had to, like, what I had to do was, like, this is before, like, I was able to stand. Like, I was still, like, recovering from the surgery, and my legs didn't work. I had to persuade the nurse to take my laptop into the nurse's break room and plug it in, and then she'd have to then bring it back to me once it was charged. Fucking, like, I'm lucky it didn't get fucking stolen. And even then, like, I couldn't really do anything, because if I, like, played a game, the battery would be gone like that. So it was like, phew. Given all the heavy bugs now, boy. Yeah, fucking being in a hospital fucking blows. Like, are you okay, Ocarine? Yeah, I told Mayuri this, but I'm fine. I see, I'm glad. See, she truly relieved, but she's still staring at me. What? And suddenly Kay started to fidget. Not only that, she blushed and glanced over at me and then started to cry. She was acting really weird. Kay? Why does everybody want to fuck Ocarine? God damn it, please cease. Kay started fidgeting even more, and she realized that if everyone was looking at her, she had no choice but to go over and whisper something in Fubuki's ear. Ah! Fubuki, shush! The other girls started to quiet Fubuki down. This is a hospital, and there are other patients in the room. We couldn't make a fuss. Jesus. Everyone wants to fuck Ocarine. They need to stop. But listen to this, everybody. Miss Kade Kurashima here suspects me of secretly dating Ocarine. Do not deny it. Now it's our turn to keep from shouting in surprise. Where are you getting that from? Because according to Mayuri, you were the two who wanted to come see you were the one who wanted to come see Fubuki today, right? That's true. There's another reason, but I couldn't say that. And Fubuki and Ocarine were staring longingly at one another. We were not staring longingly at... Thus begins the path! oh no, oh jeez. Oh jeez, Rick. Fubuki tried to scratch her hair, but the headgear blocked her way and she gave up. I had this really realistic dream. Realistic dream? I was startled. That may be what I wanted to find out. It was sometime this evening, I was kind of spacing out. There's just nothing to do around here. And then somehow, I don't really remember, but me and Ocarine and Yuki were all taken somewhere by the car by these scary men.
I was there too? Oh no.
Yeah. Oh boy, it was the same! That meant Fubuki had experienced the same things I'd gone through in the other world line. And this evening would have been the same time I was experiencing it. I peeked around the curtains to make sure that none of the hospital staff were around. Sorry guys, but can you leave me alone with Nakase for a bit? We're gonna be smooching! What?
Wah.
No way! It's not like that. Wasn't sure how to handle that reaction. Is it something you don't want Mayushi and everyone else to know about? Be gone, woman! I'm trying to save time! It's about her disease. Okay, I understand. He's gotta figure out if it's sexually transmitted or not. Mayuri nodded and went outside the curtains. The other two looked bothered, but they followed her. Now, because did this dream of yours take place in Okinawa? Yeah, I think it was Okinawa. I think I saw inside something of that when I was in the car. Inside the car, there was me and Yuki, and the driver, and a short man who was an SDF soldier. Yeah. The man's name was Shimayama. Oh fuck! Oh shit! Fubuki suddenly went pale. The dream about being in a car in Okinawa could be written off as a coincidence, but knowing the exact name of the man in the shared dream was a different matter entirely.
How? Why?
The man talked to you about waking dreams and the president of Russia.
That's right.
And then we were taken to the US Army base. There you met up with Mayuri and the others and said goodbye to me. Fubuki was too stunned to speak. There was no room for doubt. My suspicion turned into a certainty. Fubuki had a stronger reading Steiner than most people, and remembered the Otherworld line as a relatively realistic dream. In the dream, that Shimayama guy said that you and I both had memories of another world. Yeah. Was he right? Yeah. I hesitated for a moment, but then I gave her a brief explanation of my own reading Steiner ability. The one thing I wanted to make sure she understood was that her dreams weren't caused by an illness, but her reaction wasn't what I expected. Then, there are many others who aren't sick too. There are! There's nothing to do, so I talked with others a lot about the dreams they have, and sometimes it's amazing how similar they are.
Oh shit.
There's a kid in elementary school who's in the next room. We became friends. They said that they said they'd never been to Okinawa, but that they had a dream where they were there. Tokyo had burned down, and the self-defense forces saved them and took them there. You see, oh no. That was true, and it wasn't just Fubuki. There was other patients that were being kept in the hospital for no reason who didn't have any kind of disease at all. Should I talk to the No, don't tell them you can fucking see timelines! I don't think they believe you, and if they started to think your delusions were getting worse... Ah, you're right. You shouldn't tell others yet. You don't want there to be a fuss. Yeah, there's no way to get around it. This sounds fucking ridiculous. This sounds like a fucking anime plot. Cause it is. And then Yuki poked her head through the curtain. I looked at the clock. It's well past 8. Oh, man. So, like, yeah, I mean... Oh, Green, this is where you jump in the fucking time machine, because this shit's getting rough. Sorry for being such a rush, Fubuki. Next time we'll come early, so we'd have more time.
Mayushi, don't go!
Let them get mad, sleep with me tonight. I feel like that's a line you never want to hear from anyone. Fubuki was back to her usual self. She grabbed Mayuri's hand and held it tight. Cade chuckled and forced her to let go. Don't be selfish, we'll come as often as we can. That's not good enough. Come tomorrow and the day after, as soon as school's over. I'm so bored I could die. Fubuki flailed her arms and legs about. It was a bit too deliberate, if you ask me. Cade patted her head. Right, bye-bye. Mayuri and Yuki went over to pat her too, before looked like she was a little puppy in a kennel being petted. We left her behind and left the room. Oh boy. I was the last to leave. Before I did, I turned around and see Fubuki staring at us from the bed. Our eyes met and I nodded a little. It's okay, you're not sick, so don't worry. I don't know if she understood what I meant, but she nodded back. Fucking... Oh, shit! I want to talk to you in private. I'll wait for you to contact me. Something in her short message felt very tense. Alright, time to use the fucking time machine! Still can't use Amadeus, god damn it. After I said my goodbyes to the others, I contacted Suzuha. She told me to come to the top of the radio building. Oh boy, like if the fact that Ocarine lets this go to the point where he's the Ocarine that sends the message back in time to help, like, Ocarine and Steins Gate, like this is the, this is the moment where you're like, no, I should go back in time, because this is fucked. There's no trace of a smile on her face. Her eyes shone into the darkness, and as she glared at me, I felt a shiver run down my spine. This was not the Suzuha I was used to. Maybe this was her true self. Whatever she wanted to talk to me about, I was sure I wasn't gonna like it. Sorry to bring you out here like this, Uncle Ocarine. What do you want to talk about? Oh, I'm not really good at talking to people or trying to persuade them, you know. Get in the mech, Shinji! From the way she stumbled over her words, it was clearly something she didn't want to talk about. Just say it. That's what the old you would have done, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Were you trying to break this to me gently? I see, thanks. It's not really like that. Suzuha got a little annoyed and tried to say something back to me, but ended up swallowing her words. To be honest, it was a bit of a shock at first. You're so different than the Suzuha I know. Can't help it. When the world line changes, so does the environment you grew up in, and that changes your personality and how you think. Yeah, but I don't think that anymore. You're still the Suzuha I know. Oh boy. No, I really am different. I'm not the Suzuha Mane you know well, Uncle Ocarine.
Suzuha!
I followed you today.
Followed me?
That's right, all the way to the hospital. What did she say? Why would she do that? I knew the answer without even asking. There's only one reason she would do something like that. You realize I jumped world lines. I'd always suspected that your reading Steiner might have activated on Christmas Eve. Not just then, today too. Now I'm sure. I deliberately avoided telling Suzuha how the world line had changed. It's obvious that she would react like this. Oh boy, you can't hide shit from fucking Suzuha, my dude. You can't do it. Tell me, is this a different world line than it was before? What will you do with the answer? Just tell me, damn it! Oh, fuck! What the fuck, Suzuha? Jesus Christ! This is an order, Rintaro Okabe! I gulped at her pull a gleaming pistol from her jacket. It was aimed right between my eyes. This is a joke, right? I wouldn't do this as a joke. Oh yeah, no, she wouldn't, actually. When she did it to fucking her dad, it was a fucking hairspray can. Jesus. I felt like Suzuha was trying to revert to who she was when I first come to the Beta World Line. A woman who put her mission above everything else. She was so desperate it hurt to even look at her. What would happen if she shot me here? I imagined myself lying on the ground in a pool of blood.
I'm coming, Makise!
In my mind, and the image overlapped with Kurisu's dead body. I closed my eyes and grit my teeth, trying to avoid a flashback. I spent the last month trying to escape to Okinawa in the middle of a war, but I still wasn't used to having a gun pointed right at me. I'll ask you one more time. Did the world line change? Is this a different world than it was before? But Suzuha's hands were shaking a little as she held the gun. This would have been unimaginable when she first come here from the future. Maybe she was ashamed of it because she bit down her teeth even harder. Jesus. Like, and she's bit her mouth, she's bit her fucking lip so hard she's bleeding. Christ. Not good at persuading with words, just use it. One thing that I think is really neat is the fact that, like, this is Japan and they're doing this, because usually in Japan, when the gun comes out, talking stops. Like, it's not like America where the gun is used as a negotiation tool. In Japan, the second a gun leaves someone's fucking hip, nah, talking done. It's shoot bang time now. I stared at the blood as I answered. Don't worry, we're in the same world line we were before.
You're sure?
Yeah, it's true the world line moved once. We came back, I think. Who was responsible? The Russians? The CIA? The Illuminati? I think so. Which means I finally started experimenting with the time machine. I nodded. Then it means there's no time to waste! Get in the mech, Shinji! They keep experimenting. Something will happen that can't be changed. It might close the path to Steins Gate. I'm a fool. I shouldn't have wasted time with worrying. I'm done trying to get you to change your mind. What will you do? Rinjo Okabe, you're gonna follow my orders. You're coming back to July 28th with me. And if I refuse, I won't let you refuse. I'm gonna shoot you in the knees. Are you okay with that? What? Are you okay with erasing this world line?
Shut up! Shut up! Stop being mean!
Fucking Christ! Just firing a gun in the middle of Akihabara. Fuck me. There's a horrible ringing in my ears and a fierce pain in my eardrums. Secondly, the smell of gunpowder passed my face. She really shot at me.
Next time it won't be a threat, I'll shoot you!
She was glaring at me as if she was about to cry. She is crying. We stared at each other in silence. I tried as hard as I could to come up with something to calm her down, but nothing came to me. Nothing I could come up with would get her to change her mind. What should I do? Suzuha, Ocarine, what are you doing? Are you guys playing playing hostage negotiation without me? God damn it. It's my favorite game. He just pulls out a fucking M60. I got a message from Mayushi and Amanishi. They said you contacted Ocarine. I had a bad feeling, so I said to come. Imagine if when she shot at him, like, he'd opened the door and the bullet had just hit him in the head. Like, imagine if Suzuha just killed her own dad, like, right there. And then I got a message from an unknown sender. Unknown sender? They sent me a URL led to a map of this place. I thought you might be here, so I came right over. And then I heard a gunshot, and it really scared me. I peed my pants. Oh my god, he got a fucking D-mail! Someone sent him a fucking D-mail. The microwave time machine's still in effect. It's somewhere. I don't know, like, if it needs to be built yet, or fucking what, like, but yeah, the fucking microwave time machine. Daru's whole body was covered in sweat. Even as he spoke, large beads were appearing on his forehead. He must have really hurried. So Suzuha, what's with the gun, young lady? Oh, Suzuha wasn't actually... You wouldn't fire a gun if you didn't have a reason, duh. This is Japan. Gun come out, talking stop. Come on, Suzuha, out with it.
Dad, you know what it is.
What's that? The world line changed. Russia started experimenting with the time machine. You're sure? That's why I'm doing this. This rate, it'll be too late to change anything. We won't reach Steins Gate. We won't be able to stop the Third World War. Lots of people will die. Mom will die, and I won't be able to stop any of it.
Really?
That'd be really bad. But still, if you threaten Ocarina and force him to go back to the past with you, is that really gonna work? Daru's normally easygoing expression had suddenly turned serious. Since I've started to research the time machine and the world lines, I've kind of figured something out. I think Ocarine might be right, and it might be impossible to save Makiseshi the normal way. Now you're saying it too, Dad. If rules and causality of the world lines could be changed that easily, Ocarine would have been able to save Mayushi in the Alpha world line, right? What am I supposed to do? Dad brought his fist up to his chest. That's what we're researching, right? But there's no time! It's okay, just leave it to... Yes, there's time! That's why we have the time machine! I'll figure something out, I promise. I would wish you'd listen to your dad once in a while. Ooh. Ooh. Daru's voice was strong and kind in a way you'd never imagine he was capable of. He softly took the gun from Suzuha's hands. Accidentally shot himself in the knee. She didn't resist. Here, you forgot something is more important than a gun. On cold days like today, you should be wearing these. Daru took something out of his pocket, pressed it into Suzuha's hands. A bigger gun!
Nozz, mittens! Got her mittens!
It was a pair of handmade gloves. It was the present that Yuki had given her at the Christmas party. Remembered it well. When he gave her the gloves, warm tears started to flow down her face. I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah!
Yeah?
Help me, Dad! Help me, please!
Suzuha's shoulders shook as her tears poured down. I turned my eyes towards the time machine, a silhouette in the darkness. I decided that I'm not getting back into that thing. No matter what Daru said, no matter how Suzuha threatened me, I wasn't going back to the past. I can't look back. Instead, we need to go to the future! The next thing she knew, Suzuha was inside the time machine, wrapped up in a blanket. She must have been crying a lot because she hadn't even noticed she'd come inside the time machine or that Rincerow had left. Her dad was next to her. He was also wrapped up in a blanket and he was looking at her. Have you calmed down? Sob! Yeah! What time is it? She wiped away the tears as she asked. It's almost a new day. Sorry to keep you out this late. It's fine, it's fine. Told you before, you can always count on your dad. Your dad. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I wish I had a dad this supportive. Mine just calls me a faggot. I mean, he's right, but I mean, you know, don't have to put so fine a point on it. The time machine's hatch was still open and the cold air was pouring in. Each time they spoke, they could see their breath turn white. The machine was still silent. They could use the life support system in the cockpit to keep out the cold, but she didn't want to waste the energy. She rubbed her cheeks with her gloves-covered hands. The gloves Yuki gave her weren't very warm. The gloves Yuki gave her were very warm, and her hands were one part of her that wasn't cold. You know, I think someday Okarin's gonna work with us. No, he's gonna be our leader. Suzuha was a little surprised to see Iru speaking seriously. Normally, all Iru ever did was screw around. The future Gadget Lab only exists because of Okarin. He's having a hard time right now, but he'll get over it, and then Kyoma Hyoin will revive. You know, the name Phoenix isn't just for show. And when the time comes, Okarin will probably get into the time machine himself without you needing to tell him to. Suzuha realized Iru was trying to make her feel better. Suddenly, deep in her heart, she felt a little warmer.
Yay. Friendship.
Big friends. Dad, do you realize how embarrassing the things you're saying are? Yeah, you're right. He's a giant fucking nerd. Oh god, we're doomed. No way I could say that in front of Okarin.
Yeah, look at that happy face. Look at her so happy.
I'm gonna write a letter to Uncle Okarin for tomorrow. If I try to talk to him directly, I'll end up acting weird again. I'll pull out a gun and just shoot him in the face. I'll tell him I'm sorry. And that I'm going to keep fighting a little longer. So I want him to just think about it. But still, there's not really a lot of time left. Not a lot of time, because Russia started their experiments? You see, the internal battery for the quantum computer that controls the time machine is just about to run out. Serious? Oh god, what the fuck? Probably something you should have brought up, like fucking, it's out of gas, alright, fair enough, like gas don't go nowhere, but fucking batteries drain. I told you to use the time machine a lot starting in 1998 in order to look for Kagari. That wasn't part of the original plan. Of course, that meant I had to use the computer that controls the machine more than I'd meant to. That drained the battery? The battery's actually closer to running out than the fuel. It'd be hard to make the time machine jump the way it's supposed to. If it's just a battery, could we swap and recharge it? No. Can I take a little look at it? Suzuha nodded and pointed the plate to a piece at the core of the machine. Ito leaned his huge body, his girthy body, forward to take a look. But he gave out a moan of confusion. What is this thing? The battery was the same size as a car's. It was the product of 2036's technology. And Ito lived in the year 2010. There's probably no way he'd understand it. From Ito's perspective, it might as well have been a black box of unknown tech. A quick look wouldn't tell him anything he knew how it was. Wouldn't tell him anything about how it was built or how it would work. So one reason why Suzuha had agreed to let him look at it. I don't think you could do anything with 2010's technology. It's basically the same as a disposable battery. You can't charge it and you can't swap it out. Can you replace it with a battery or generator from this time? Suzuha shook her head helplessly. I tried that a long time ago, but it didn't work. I asked Big Sis Rumi to get me a car battery, one of the big ones they use in trucks. I hooked it up, but it didn't last a second. What did you just say? I tried a gas-powered generator and it didn't work either. I can even imagine how much gasoline you'd need, and we can't fit that much gas inside the machine anyway. Big Sis Rumi went through a lot of trouble to get me one of the latest fuel cell batteries. But even that wasn't good enough. Fuck, this is big sad. This is big sad, my dude. Can I get a fucking F in chat? Jesus. Future tech is amazing. All that power in something this small. Ito was staring in amazement at the futuristic battery. Only we could use garbage as fuel. It'd be like that one science fiction movie. You know, Return to the Future Past. Only... So how long is it gonna last? Probably 1 or 2 more jumps at most. That's all? And even if the machine's shut down, it's still calculating gravity fields and positional coordinates constantly. Even if we don't jump, the battery will eventually run out. That's big oof. Got another 6 months of battery at most where we leave the ability to do an accurate jump. So that's all the time we had to save Kurisu Makise. Suzuha grabbed onto Ito's back and took a deep breath. It was squishy and felt good. He's a big squishy teddy bear. What happens if the battery runs out and we can't control it through the machine? We lose control of the Kerr black hole and trap beyond the event horizon for eternity? Don't even say that stuff. It's bad luck. It's bad luck. Stop it.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Dad.
But I wonder what it's like. I wonder if it's calm and quiet like this, or it just stays that way for eternity? Or if you're violently turned into spaghetti. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. She clung to her father's warm back. Suzuha started to feel very sleepy. She let her guard down for a moment. She was sure to fall asleep. She'd been trained to fight it on the battlefield, but this wasn't the battlefield, and she was exhausted from crying. Oh boy. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad to let herself sleep once in a while. Jesus Christ. She sat down and held her knees like a child, and softly closed her eyes. I see, so Suzuha's leaving before summer ends, no matter what Ocarina decides. Just before she fell asleep, she thought she heard her father talking to himself. Oi. So, end of summer, she's just popping into the black hole and just dying forever. This is truly paradise! Maho's eyes are shining like a little girl's. Not many girls look like this if you brought them to a place like this. I was the one who brought her here, but she seemed to have forgotten about me entirely. She's wandering down the narrow corridors where all the computer parts were, as if in a Oh, they've got a legit-ass fucking computer parts store. I'll never forgive the Japanese! God damn it! She came to stop in front of one of them. Inside the show were lots of little plastic bins filled with junk parts of all sizes. As if they'd taken off discarded PCs and appliances. Each of them was obviously dirty, and lots of them were covered in dust. Like, you know how much I'd love to find like a fucking like bargain bin PC PC parts thing? Like just slap together some piece of, just slap it in there, and just fucking throw something together I could use as a backup PC. Like, something to just, like, fucking let shit run so I can just... Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, like... Damn you, Japan! What's this board do, you think? It's got a beautiful pattern, like a piece of art. It's made of aluminium. Oh, yeah? Whoa, an IFX 8008 image sensor? I can't believe it, this belongs in a museum. What's it doing here? Yeah? Akihabara's even more amazing than I'd heard. God damn it, Japan. Watching the ecstasy on Maho's face creeped me out a little. Also, watching her down 3 tablets of ecstasy didn't help. This is who Maho really is, a giant fucking turbo nerd. Karisu spoke from inside my phone. Maho said she wanted to go out with Karisu today. So I ended up going on this strange date with 2 girls at once. Aw yeah. Aw yeah, get 2 girls at once. This might be another one of the test of Amadeus' capabilities. I've been in here a few times, but I've only ever seen one other person stare lovingly at computer parts like that. What if Maho is Suzuha's true mom? Fucking Maho just looks at her hands like Back to the Future, and she's suddenly like fucking 5'0". You're talking about Hashida, right? Yeah. I feel kind of bad for Maho if you're comparing her to him. Bleep blurb. From what you said, he's an incredible pervert. What's the betting Maho is, too? Like, what if, like, you go home you fucking visit her house one day, and you just walk in, she's just wearing a fucking gimp suit. That's right, that was rude to Hiyasho. It was early afternoon on a Sunday! There's a reason I come with Maho to a computer parts shop. Dr. Liskine and Maho are heading back to America in a few— No! She was leaving soon. She wanted me to show her around Akihabara like I'd promised. That was the message it said. Went for it at the station in the morning, and I asked her where she wanted to go. This was the result. By the way, our first up was Yodobashi, and our second, Soft Map. I've already taken her to a lot of used PC and retro PC shops tucked away in tiny alleys. I kinda wanna visit Akihabara just to see, like, what's there. I wouldn't mind running into, like, an old PC parts shop. No. Maybe pick out some, like, retro game consoles. I had to get, like, a bunch of fucking plug adapters, though, probably. Like, what kind of plug does Japan use? Do you like these kinds of computer parts, Yasho? It's not the parts, really. I like building things. I used to make plastic— Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! Just to make plastic models. That's adorable. Did you make germanium radios and stuff? I burnt myself soldering all the time. Me too. Guess everybody's the same way, aren't they? Ha 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 ha! Okarine's just like, oh god, all I did was read comic books. Oh shit. Probably not everybody. Actually, I'd assume there was a minority of people who soldered in their homes growing up. Wow, I can stare at this stuff forever. Why didn't I come sooner, I wonder? I felt like she was never gonna leave unless I dragged her out. I finally managed to succeed in getting her away from the part shop by telling her it was time to eat. Bleep blurp. We ran out to the main road. This area is close to the station, so it's especially crowded. Thanks to the crowds of people waiting to cross the street, couldn't even walk a straight line. Now then, where to eat? My first idea was to make Queen Nyan Nyan, but after the way she reacted last time, probably was best to avoid it. Still, Senpai wasn't the perfect choice for someone new to Akihabara. Gansen or maybe Kitchenjiro? Go-Go Curry would work too. So I stood there thinking. Oh! Oh shit! Mao stopped moving in front of the arcade directly ahead of us. Evidently she's looking at the crane games on the first floor. Oh god, she wants to just do the fucking crane games. They're a scam, Maho! Please, no! Oh, jeez. Look at these big fucking scams in here. What? Oh, yeah. Consume the hot dogs. Alright. You better eat them. Okay. I love you. Oh, I see how it is. Okay. Maho walked over to the crane game and pressed her face against the glass like a little kid. Inside the glass were characters from 2chan memes, and all different sizes. Maybe Maho was a secret 2chaner like Karisu. You're pretty close, it was possible. Fucking they're both just going shitpost on B. Fucking just ironically say racist shit on Paul. Oh god. Fucking do you think fucking like Karisu's Amadeus form just goes on R9K? Just fucking like a weirdo. I leaned over to Maho and whispered a magic spell into her ear. Nullpo. Okay, what the fuck is Nullpo? Old 2chan slang. It started on the programming board as a shortening of null pointer. And as of now has no fucking meaning whatsoever. Whatever someone says it's tradition to respond with ga. Ah! I just confused her. What? What's a null what? No, she's from America. I mean, she's using 4chan. You need to call her a faggot. No, nothing. Forget it. Karisu was glaring cold daggers at me from inside the smartphone, but I decided to ignore it. Yajo, do you want a stuffed animal? Yeah, it's cute, isn't it, Karisu? But Maho. What? Why do you look all flustered? It's nothing. Oh boy. I'm a little surprised, honestly. You just said you like computer parts. I figured your taste would be more boyish. Okabe, you need to learn some tact if you want to smash that legal lollipop. Say something romantic, like, the gap between my expectations and your reality is really cute. The gap between your thighs is really cute. No, Kareem, no! Bad! Sorry. It's fine, really. Actually, Karisu was one of those stuffed animals in her bedroom. Did she? Wow, Maho! You bitch! Did she buy it off the internet and have it shipped to America? Does it really matter? I guess you could tell she's a secret 2chaner. What's a 2chaner? Never heard of it. Nullpo. Ah! 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 You can also tell she's very internet literate because she responds to everything with just a lot of A's. If you're on the Discord, then yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I do that. That's just me, though. Even as part of Amadeus, she hadn't changed a bit. Yajo, did Karisu ever tell you what kind of character this was? No, I asked several times, you kept dodging the question. Ah, it's sure, it's fucking Pepe the Frog. So I always kind of wondered. You know Okabe? Well... Okabe! Shut the fuck up! A chill ran down my spine as I heard the angry voice from the smartphone. I don't actually know, haha. I see. Sheesh, I defended your honor, Karisu, you'd better be grateful. Can I give it a try? Maho took her wallet out of her pocket and put a 100 yen coin in the machine. You moved this arm back and forth to grab the stuffed animal, right? Have you never done this before? Oh, they have fucking crane games in the US, come on. Maho only ever plays racing games. Ah, so she's a racist. She's a big fan of races. This looks extremely ominous for no reason. Like, this has no right being this ominous. Maho nodded and pushed the control button, managing to move the arm directly over her target. She smiled, satisfied. Simple, now you just wait for the arm to automatically grab it, right? Oh, well, normally, yeah. The arm went straight for the doll, but the angle was slightly off and didn't grab right. Very angry! Angry lolly. That's what happens your first time. Maho gave several more tries and didn't seem to get the hang of it. Grrr. Oh my god, dude. Yugong took her last 300 yen to the back of the arcade. She walked over to her game with the red and white two-tone Formula 1 car on the side of the cabinet. She slid inside, still angry. Remember this one was a CG racing game based off of real circuits. Okame! Wait, what is it? Now's your chance to show your manliness. Win her the meme. Yeah, that stuffed animal the Maho couldn't. Oh, I see. And then give it to Maho, is what she was trying to say. Manliness aside, after seeing how badly she wanted it, I did want to try and help. Took some coins out of my pocket and checked how much money I was carrying. It's been a while, but let's try this. And honestly, I'm not very good at these games either. Even so, I was sure I could do better than Maho. Might as well give it a try. I believe in you, Ocarine! Game! Nothing! Using like a little fucking picture of the crane. Like, just... This is pretty adorable, like working with the limitations of a VM. Yeah, I got it! Oh, I dropped it. You can do it, Ocarine! So they're trying several times. Wherever there was luck or skill, I managed to get the stuffed animal easier than expected. Yay, he did it. He got the meme. Okay. Nice. Now go get that lolly. Go get her. I stuffed it into a bag and went back to the racing game Maho was playing. For some reason, there's a crowd of over 10 people around it. Wow, who is that girl? Don't ask me. Is she in elementary school? I can't believe how good she is. Jesus. Fish just had a new record? The crowd was whispering to one another. All of them seemed to be amazed. I made my way to the crowd and looked at the screen. The game I was playing was one of these where you had to clear each stage in a set time, or else it'd be game over. With each race, the course got more and more difficult. And she was placing first every time with ease. With the crowd watching awe, she finally made it to the end of the last stage, well ahead of the other racers, and she set a new record. High score! She had a satisfied smile on her face. She looked at that flashy "Congratulations" graphic on the ending screen. She noticed the crowd around her and her body jerked. Congratulations! You've set the record for our store. Then the crowd started to clap as well. Maho's face went beet red. Yeah, in a fucking Japanese arcade, people actually give a shit. And you're not gonna get shanked by the creepy homeless man shaking down children for change. I should probably help her. I pushed my way through the crowd and grabbed her hand to pull her up. Let's go. Oh yeah! I've never seen her this obedient before. Perfect. The perfect way to get Maho to do what you want. Make her embarrassed as fuck. We made our way through this hustle and bustle and finally got out of the arcade. Maho sighed in relief. Phew, that was careless. What was? I got mad and I got serious. Because of this? I handed the bag with my prize in it. What? He opened the bag and took out the stuffed animal.
I got it for you.
This, you got it? I got lucky. You can have it as a present. Really? It won't do me any good.
Really? Okay, I'll take it then.
Aww. Yes! Getting in there! Getting in there! Maho hugged the doll tight to her chest with the innocent smile of a child. Seeing how happy she was made me happy too. After Kurisu died, her mom showed me a lot of the things she left behind. But this was something that Kurisu really loved. Her mom kept it in her own bedroom. If you don't know it's from a 2-channel meme, it was actually pretty cute. I can see her keeping it as a memory of her daughter. But after what happened to Kurisu's house, I'm sure it burned up too. Oh no. Maho! So, can I give this to her mom in America? Of course! If you think she'll like it, that's what will be best. Hooray! God damn, this is so sad. Like, I'm making jokes about smashing that lolly pussy, but god damn it, they keep trying to make me feel feelings. Trying to make jokes here, god damn it. I guess you wouldn't be interested in anime or game stores. Fuck you talking about? I love anime! Reese, I'm sorry, but can you leave me alone with Okabe for a little while? Beep boop. Maho, you finally decided to be honest with yourself. Okabe, don't fuck it up! Don't fuck it up! Huh? Good luck, Maho, bye! No, come back! No, come back! Hyajo? There's one more place I want to go. Yeah, where is it? Some place you didn't want Kurisu knowing about? You can guess where, right? Smile was gone from Maho's face. She thought she'd come to some kind of decision, and I realized where she wanted to go. Take me to the radio building! Take me to the Time Palace! She wanted me to take her there. I understood immediately. Because that's where Kurisu Makise died. That's where she got fucking wrecked. I'd gone up to the roof several times since then. The time machine was there, and Suzuha and Daru would go up once in a while to do maintenance. Just a few days ago, Suzuha had called me out there and pointed a gun in my face. But even so, I'd never been to that storeroom on the 8th floor where it happened. Couldn't bring myself to do it. Ooh. Just remembering what happened was enough to cause a severe flashback. There's no way I could visit the site of her death. You okay? You look really pale. Ooh, were you thinking about Kurisu? Yeah, I guess so. You don't have to come with me if it's gonna be hard for you. I'll go by myself. I should probably save while I'm here. Her face was colorless. Going there would be hard on her too. But even so, she's trying to come to grips with Kurisu's death. I wanted to help her remember our friend. The radio building was going to be renovated. There wasn't a lot of time. No. I'll go with you. Jeez. Nothing like the death of someone to have them fucking think about renovating. Half the shops had already been moved to another building to make way for the renovation. But many of the shops on the 7th floor were still open. Including the Upa counter. Oh boy. 6 months ago, on July 28th, I killed Kurisu on the floor above where I was standing. My own hands. With my own time-covered hands. Is this the place? No, it happened on the next floor. That's what I was told. I wasn't supposed to have been at the scene of Kurisu's death. I was already asked Mayuri and Daru not to tell anyone. What's upstairs? An event hall and some storerooms and stuff. Can we go up there? It should be off limits right now. See, Maho, this is where I stabbed your friend. I stabbed her to death. Just slip that in. The rope always blocked the way up to the 8th floor wasn't there today. You could hear loud voices and laughter from above. Since it was a day off, there must have been some kind of event going on upstairs. Looks like it's okay. Mayho headed up the stairs first. I slowly dragged myself up the stairs. We passed the event hall and into the back. It looked like there was no one around. Nothing had changed in 6 months. Imagine, like, we go up there and just fucking Kurisu's corpse is still there. Like, nobody's moved it. There's just, like, a skeleton with the red hair and wearing a lab coat. There were no lights on, and the place seemed dark and lonely. This time, the storeroom was locked. I see. So it was a place like this. I see her lips trembling as she whispered. It seems strange. There was a place where Kurisu had died, covered in blood, and yet nearby and the rest of the world continued on like it didn't care. Now I'd come back, even though this is where one I loved had died. Frustrating. I'm not a physicist. I don't know what there is about relativity theory, but if space and time are essentially the same thing, then why can't we move through time as easily as we can move through space? Spatially, we're on the same axis as Kurisu's death, but that tiny little gap in the temporal axis means there's nothing we can do about it. Get in the fucking mech, Shinji! Like, Jesus Christ. Like, there's a time machine, like, literally, like, on the roof. Like, fucking 3 floors up. God damn. You asked the Amadeus Kurisu, an interesting question before. Whether it's possible to create a time machine. Yeah. I'd love it if you could look into it. I'd volunteer for the first man test. I couldn't tell from the tone of her voice if she was serious or joking. She laughed sadly. Time machines are real, you know, and there's one right above us. What would she do if I told her that? Would she blame me for giving up on saving Karisu and say she'd go back to the past herself? Okay, Okabe, can you tell me about how Karisu died? I don't know the details. I don't really know myself. Didn't I tell you that before? But you know more than I do, right? I mean, I was in America. What was Karisu doing in a place like this? Oh boy. On the day she died, there was an event going on like the one happening now, right? Ooh. We could hear the occasional sounds of laughter coming from the event hall. Dr. Nakabachi, he made the news last summer. I heard that he sought asylum in Russia and wrote a paper on time machines. Supposedly, the paper itself was terrible. But that made me remember something. The guys who set fire to Kurisu's house in America were speaking Russian. Is that a coincidence, you think? God damn it, Russia! We have moved on from hacking your elections. We have decided we are going to hack the timeline. Why was I doing a German accent on that one? Doing a Russian accent is harder than you'd think, you know, it's just... I know I'm still doing the German one, but... Like, doing a Russian accent, like, I don't actually know, like, what kind of thing do you do for a Russian accent? Like, with a German accent, like, a lot of W's become V's, and TH becomes an S, and, like, or at least German from the areas that I am copying the accent from, but, like, what the fuck does Russian sound like when it's speaking English? What the fuck? I think the two events are connected somehow. So I decided to look into Dr. Nakabachi, but strangely, there's barely any information on him if you look online. You won't even find his real name. Most blogs and websites about Dr. Nakabachi are gone now, and most of them disappeared in the last 6 months. Tell me, what the fuck was Karisu caught up in? Is it perhaps still going on? Are you hiding something? Are you a time cop? Her eyes were pure and sought the truth. The time truth. Karisu used to get that exact same look in her eyes all the time. But you shouldn't get involved out of curiosity. I'm done with all this. It's too late, I'm already involved, motherfucker! And I've been wondering if the reason we were attacked before wasn't because of me. Because of you? Is there a reason someone would come after you? Then she paused for a moment. I have some of Karisu's belongings.
Oh, shit!
Some of Karisu's belongings? What did she mean? Mao said that after Karisu had died, she'd gone to her home in America and received some of her belongings from her mom. She's saying now the attack was because of that? She just has a fucking mind leap machine in her fucking garage? My mind began to race. Russia! Where Dr. Nakabachi had sought an asylum. The people who attacked Karisu's home spoke Russian. And just a few days ago, the Russians, probably, had experimented with changing the past. Souza had said that World War III would be set off by the time machine. Time machine? Nakabachi's paper? The paper he'd written about the time machine. The cause of the Third World War. The miraculous, nightmarish paper, which would cause the deaths of 5.7 billion people. The time machine he discussed at his press conference was a ripoff of John Titor's.
Oh, shit!
But the one in his paper was different. I'd never managed to read it, though. My guess was what Karisu had showed him in the original that she'd written on July 28th, and his paper was an inferior copy. Karisu had written down instructions for making a time machine. I shuddered. I quickly booted up the Rhine program on my smartphone. Paged for my chat logs. The hard drive that's tapped out contained the data of the original version of Nakabachi's paper. Maybe Karisu's paper. Sadaru's accidentally working for the Russians. Oh, shit! Karisu's laptop and hard drive, which were given to Daru, was the person who gave them to him. I looked at Maho. He looked at me looked back at me without smiling. Or did Maho do it? Oh, fuck! Yeah, it was me. She's fishing for a boyfriend. From Maho's perspective, there were too many things about Kurisu's death that didn't make sense. Maybe that was why she decided to look into why Kurisu was killed. Of course, she'd assumed there were hints hidden inside her laptop and hard drive. But if my hypothesis was right, that laptop was too dangerous to be allowed to exist. It was Pandora's box, the power to unleash the Third World War. Why didn't you tell me? First, I didn't know that you and Hashida were friends. It was really just a coincidence I gave it to him. And it seemed to me like you were hiding something about Kurisu. Do you really think I'd tell you everything? It wasn't that I didn't trust you, but I thought it would be best to be cautious when it came to Kurisu. Yeah, you're... Woof! Big woof! Like, bark with me if you're my dog. That level of woof. Jesus. Yeah, you're right about that. Was letting me test Amadeus part of your plot? Don't call it a plot. It's a scheme. You were Kurisu's friend, and I wanted to know more about you. To find Kurisu's secrets. I wanted to know more about her. Has Daru cracked it yet? Not yet. That's why I wanted to talk to you before I headed back to America. So that's why she brought me here. I need to call Daru right now.
Daru, are you dead yet? Did the Russians happen?
Yes, hello? You at the lab now?
No.
And where are you? At home, fapping to HK. I love you, Daru. I love you, Daru. You're the best. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. I want to talk to you about your part-time job. Oh, that. You remember my info on Makisashi? Yeah. Of course, that was a lie. We'd be in danger if I didn't get the laptop back right now. I glanced over at Maho. Can you send it over Ryan, then? Let's talk in person. Can you meet me in the lab? I'm all tied up right now. Can't I wait till evening? I just lubed up. Like, I mean, it's gonna take a minute for it to dry off. You can play your H games later, man. My bad. I lied about the H games. I'm actually busy at my job. Gives part of the phrase, LOL, my bad, LOL. Well, theoretically, apology is more you often use to provoke or annoy someone. Fucking Christ. Your job? Well, I was lying to him, too, so I didn't really have room to talk. Okay, well, where are you really? If you can't leave, I'll come to you. I just need to talk to you right now. I really didn't want to tell you. I do a lot of dangerous work. Well, whatever, fine. Come to the address I'm about to give you. Okay. The location he gave me was still in Akihabara. It was less than 5 minutes away. It's gonna be something dumb, isn't it? Down an alley, a few turns off the main strip, all the hustle and bustle of the crowd completely disappears. We're on the 7th floor of an old mixed-use building. We were in Akihabara, at the center of Tokyo, in the middle of the day on Sunday, and still the alleyway we'd come into seemed lonely and abandoned. There we found the shop Daru told us about. Don't know what I fucking expected. I'm gonna shoot shopping with Ruka. Do you want to come join us?
I'll meet up with you later.
We usually meet you not girl once we're done shopping. No, I'm heading home once I'm done. Meet me there. Don't come to Akihabara under any circumstances. Why? Because I say so. Wait for me. If I don't contact you by evening, give up and go home. Got it? What happened?
Fine, don't worry.
I'm not dead, I swear. There's a cute anime-style sign on the door, on the steel door that read, Cosplay Media at Akihabara. We're open, come on in! You can go to jail. The store is jammed full of cosplay outfits. The wall near the entrance held the new arrivals counter and popular cosplay sections. There were cosplay wigs, ribbons, jewelry, and props. The other wall held the used outfit section, and a shoe section sold with socks, school shoes, heels, and boots. Even further back, I can see rows of school swimsuits and competition swimming outfits. I thought that place sold mainly to girls, but this clearly wasn't a location where women would feel comfortable. The other 10 of the building were all shady shops with names like Drops of the Spirit God Incorporated, Space Radio Receiver Sales, and Flower Petal Video Project. You ever been here before? No. Last time we met it was in a different building. It wasn't much better than this one, though. Well, at least Daru has a type. Felt like I'd seen Daru's dark side. The shop was completely silent. There were no customers other than us. There was a thin man with long hair at the counter who looked like he worked there, who didn't raise his head off the magazine when we came in. To be honest, ever since I entered, I worried that something would think I was up to something illegal. Anybody who saw would think I was a pervert taking a middle school girl to a shady cosplay shop. Hey, Ocarine, over here! I swear to God, if Daru was in a fucking schoolgirl uniform, I would've just Alt F4'd right now. Daru appeared from the back of the shop. There had been no sign of him a second ago. He vanished into the Sailor Fukus. Wait, Mahotan's with you too, huh? Would you stop calling me Mahotan?
Why, it's cute.
I'm not cute. I'm adorable. Feel like I'm being insulted. Forget that. Where'd you come from, Daru? Man on the counter hadn't said anything, which meant they knew they knew he was here. Come with me. Daru headed to the back of the store. God damn it. Alright. One of the rows of hanger racks on the idol cosplay outfits was pulled forward. Behind it, I could see a curtain. Past the curtain was a tiny space that led to a door marked staff only. The fuck? The hanger rack hadn't been moved. I would have no idea this was here. It's like an old ninja mansion. Jesus. Like, get rid of all the fucking, like, the wall full of dojins and all the figurines, and this looks like something out of a fucking The Matrix. Oh boy. Behind the door was a cramped office. Well, no, the room itself would have been pretty big, but the darkness made it feel cramped. It was honestly hard to breathe. The smell of Doritos on the air didn't help. There are 4 desks in the center, surrounded by metal racks. The desks and floors are piled high with all manner of computers and peripherals. There are boxes and bags littered everywhere. I couldn't tell if they were trash or not. There were towers of magazines, games, plastic models, and figure boxes, and the desk was covered in garbage like the one at the lab. It was too dark to tell, but the figures he had on display were covered in dust. What did he need 6 monitors for? What don't you need 6 monitors for? Each of them displayed an image of the store. Evidently, it was footage from the security camera. Given the size of the store and the lack of customers, even these 3 cameras would have been too many. Well, sit down, I guess. There's no place to sit down. I'll make you a space. Daru kicked aside the boxes on the floor to make room, then set down 2 folding chairs. What's the deal with you in this shop? I'm kinda like the leader of us part-timers. I work from a lot of underground places like this. And sometimes they let me use their offices. Well, I mean, if no one's using the store, I mean, I guess that's fair. For your secret job? Yep. Maybe that's a lot more of the Daru than I thought. Is all this stuff in here yours? Nope, it's shared with the rest of the part-timers. I don't have enough money to buy all this stuff. Freaking Daru, what dank shit are you into, my dude? Jesus. Or so he said, but who knew if that was true? Amadeus! What is it? You're still with Maho, right? Oh yeah, we're together, why? What's up? I just heard from Dr. Liskinen. The office in Wako City's been ransacked. What? And he just got a call from Maho's hotel. Someone raided it too. Oh boy, the Russians are upon us! Yeah, we should hear from Dr. Liskinen soon, but I want to tell you ASAP. Jeez, dude. Thanks, Kurisu. Daru and I are looking out for Hyajos, don't worry. Thanks, I'm counting on you guys, bye! Ooh, boy. Maho looked down and bit her lip. This is what I was afraid would happen. They're after Kurisu's laptop and hard drive. Seriously? Should probably move. I think this place is safe, though. I've got a bad feeling. Intuition, you could call it. God! Oh, and where's the laptop and hard drive? Daru side and grabbed the locked, fire-resistant case off one of the racks. He opened it. That's where he hid it? The laptop was a deep red Japanese model with a 12-inch LCD screen. The hard drive was American, from a brand known for equipping its drives with shock-resistant rubber cases. I mean, that's helpful at least. Let's take it and get out of here. Both Maho and Daru loaded silently. Fucking, like, this is getting rough. Like, the fucking Russians probably should not be able to fucking be able to act with this much impunity. Holy shit, my dude. I should probably move this Fennekin out of the way, because I keep, like, seeing it move in the corner of my eye. Like something's, like, about to knock it over or something. As soon as we left the building, I could see a car coming down the empty alleyway. A big American RV. Quickly hid ourselves in the shadow of another building. My intuition was right. The RV stopped in front of the building we just left. 3 men came out. None of them were Japanese. Gaijin! Truly the greatest threat! They were all dressed in black suits, like men in black. Whatever they weren't Akihabara tourists. That was close. Maho went pale as he saw the men go into the building. She seemed to be shaking a little too. This is like a movie. I can't believe it's real. How'd they find about that place, though? You sure you didn't screw up somehow, Daru? Daru? Who do you think I am? I am Master Hacker. Super Hacker, right? Hacker, right. Make sure I don't get caught. Either that or Hyajo and I were tailed. Don't scare me. They raided your office and hotel room in Wako City. I'm sure they've been watching you this whole time. Oh, right. Maho seemed to suddenly remember something. She took out her smartphone and made a call. Need to contact the professor. You should tell him to hide somewhere for today. If we meet up with him, it could put him in danger. Oh boy. I can't believe everybody's fucking dead. Rinshiro took Maho to Ferris Nyanyan's home. I mean, that's not like the safest place for it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Ferris had fucking gun turrets in her apartment. It was on top floor of a high-rise building on the center of Akihabara. Nothing else, it would be more secure than the ancient building they'd just been in. Ferris welcomed the two of them, offering them food and a place to sleep. Daru returned alone to the Future Gadget Lab to meet up with Suzuha. Like, seriously, I'm imagining, like, Ferris's butler comes out, and he's just like, very well, very well. And he's just called, like, a machine gun. If anybody comes through that door, they're not entering without 2 new breathing holes each. The mere existence of this laptop could bring disaster. We should get rid of it. Once they both calmed down, she started to talk to him about what they were going to do with Kurisu's computer. He didn't budge an inch. Usually he was an introvert and never pushed too hard for anything, but this time he was extremely stubborn. Of course, so was Maho. I at least want to crack the password and see what's inside. Right now we can't do that, but there's no time for that. We should get rid of it now. The best thing would be to destroy it. Destroy it? But something Kurisu left us, though, you know? Thought you were a little more logical than this. Didn't think you were this cold. Sad scientist. He's wearing the black lab coat, that's how you know. The black lab coat denotes evil. Maho's words made him flinch. Something bad had happened to him. That's how it seemed. And it was easy to assume that it's something to do with Kurisu. So she decided to ask him what she hadn't gotten to earlier during the fuss this afternoon. You seem like you're hiding something about what happened to Kurisu. Tell her about the fucking time machine, god damn it. What I know doesn't matter. Maho could tell he wasn't going to share. If they hadn't been interrupted this afternoon, would he have told her? Anyway, what should we do with the computer? Smash it! The computer isn't just something an old friend used to own anymore. It's at the center of an international power struggle. What kind of crazy conspiracy is this? You still think it's a conspiracy theory after what happened today? You saw those foreigners in black suits, didn't you? Oh boy. Your office and your hotel room were ransacked. Someone set fire to Kurisu's house. And then after that, your lab was visited by mysterious men claiming to be from the FBI. The attack at the hotel might have had something to do with this too. All these impossible events keep happening one after another. It's not a coincidence. Yeah, no, this is something where you're just like, yeah, no, there's literally men in black happening right now. It's a problem. Still, an international power struggle. The whole thing just seemed like too much of a stretch. Trying to connect every single event was a trap that conspiracy theorists all fell into. Pepe Sylvia! In fact, most things that happened didn't really mean anything. She began to tell him that what she said next surprised her. John Titor's prophecy is going to come true. John Titor? Ma would never heard that name before. A time traveler from the year 2036 who appeared on American message boards 10 years ago. I know for a fact that he's real. I've met him myself. John Titor says World War III will occur in 2015. The cause will be a time machine. Are you making fun of me? I am being very serious. Sucker! You want to know about Dr. Nakabachi, right? He's Kurisu's father. It's possible that Kurisu may have been involved in the paper he wrote. What did you say? Oh. Mahood read Dr. Nakabachi's paper out of curiosity. Last summer, he proudly announced his paper on time travel to the entire world just before fleeing to Russia. The paper itself, however, was so poorly written that it was of no value whatsoever. He couldn't believe that Kurisu might have been involved in writing it. Jesus. But what if his version is an inferior copy of an original that Kurisu wrote herself? What's inside Kurisu's computer doesn't actually matter right now. What matters is there are people who want it. Give me a second, I need time to process all of this. Oh god, oh jeez! Could what Rintaro was saying be true? Took a moment to think. Normally she wouldn't give something like this a second thought. But what had been happening around her lately just wasn't normal. She couldn't outright deny it. Besides, she was nursing a conspiracy theory of her own. Spooky. I also thought that someone might be after this computer. But if what you're saying is so different than what I expected... What did you expect? I thought it might be about using Amadeus for military purposes. Military purposes? Kurisu spent a lot of time in the psychopsychology lab. She said sometimes she'd be visited by people who looked like they didn't belong there at all. She said she thought they were from the Department of Defense. Can Amadeus kill someone? How? Well, for example, you take the memories of a veteran pilot and copy them to control drones. Remember what I said about medical applications? Yeah, just grab someone the second before they die. I mean, copying memory data back to the brain? Yeah. If you could alter memory data and then send it back to the brain, you could make soldiers who didn't feel fear, who would carry out any kind of unethical mission without— Oh fuck! That's what was happening in the other world line! That's why the American soldiers just lit up everyone like with nothing. Holy shit! My thought was that Kurisu had found proof they were running experiments like that. Hey, the US military aren't involved in researching Amadeus, are they? Of course not. Are you sure? You're just a scientist, you're not the head of the project. Dr. Laskina wouldn't let the military get involved either. You're right. All that happened in another world line. World line? What the fuck are you talking about? No, forget it. I'm overthinking things. No, you can't just forget things like that. Jesus. And that really bothered her. She wanted to hear more about John Titor, but he didn't say anything else. Since she couldn't crack the security on Kurisu's laptop and hard drive, it did Maho no good to carry them. Just like Rintaro said, those attackers scared her. So she decided she had no choice but to give them to him. He didn't tell her whether he was going to destroy them or not. Just cut right back to the happy times. No murder is happening whatsoever. Maho, I am glad you're safe. I'm not that bit quiet. When she arrived at the office in Wako City, Dr. Laskina was already there. He came over and gave her a big hug. Professor, you're hurting me. Oh, I'm sorry. Not because I'm going to make a human. He'd heard that the office had been ransacked, but whatever had happened had already been cleaned up. Did you clean up, Professor? It wasn't ransacked, but only only yours and my things were here, so there wasn't a load to begin with. I've left the rest in the hands of the police. The 2 days had passed since the office had been ransacked. Maho had spent most of them at Ferris's home, and only today gone in touch with Dr. Liskina and gone to Wako City to get her things. They're both going back tomorrow, just as planned. That meant they were saying goodbye to the office.
Oh no.
They still haven't caught the guy who did it, right? Yes. Yes. It's been one thing after another since we came to Japan, hasn't it? It sure has, Professor. The two of them looked around the empty office. It's been a busy 2 months. So what did you think, Maho? Japan's your other homeland, right? What did you make of it? Oh no, what the fuck is this voice? I am Adubs. Hello. Here to do a content cope. Can't wait to get back to starting my research. I feel like I've been doing nothing but putting reports together for the past 2 months. Hey, you're so serious, Maho. And I'm glad I would experience the place where Karisu spent her last days. Maho. But still, she hadn't figured out why Karisu had died. Actually, she had even more questions now. She died because of time. It bothered her to go home with so many questions left unanswered. Only Rintaro told her everything he knew. Come to think of it, that's just kidnapped Rintaro. The thought suddenly occurred to Maho. What are we doing with Amadeus' tester? Of course, she meant Rintaro Okabe. But if Maho and Liskina were heading back to America, that meant his time as a tester was over. That's right. I mean, like, it's not like he can just... Like, could he use Amadeus while they're in America? For some reason, the professor was taking a moment to think it over. She wondered what there was to think about. Why not have him continue being our tester? Are you serious? It's a fact that speaking with Lintalo has caused Karisu to react in new ways, correct? And I'm planning on adding additional testers in the future, not just him. Is that safe from a security standpoint? Japan and America are too far apart. If something happens, we won't be able to deal with it. It'll be fine. I believe in Lintalo. Also, because we're from America, I have gifted him a gun. They solve all the problems. It's not about whether you believe in him or not. If he stays on as a taster, you'll be able to talk to him, you know. You'll be able to get that pussy smashed. Just like Karisu was talking about. Well, I didn't have anything to do with this. Are you sure about that? I'm sure. Then I'll take over dealing with Lintfellow. Yay! That doesn't bother me. Pouting lolly face. She still seemed like he wasn't telling her something, but she was too embarrassed to question him further. Surprised her though. He was so focused on Rintaro. He seemed taking a real liking to him since they'd first met. Did he simply like the guy, or was it something else? Because he was Karisu's friend, or was it something else? She didn't know. She didn't care. The next day, Maho and Dr. Liskina returned to America via Narita Airport, just as they planned. Rintaro had come to see them off, and he was very surprised Dr. Liskina told him he could continue as a tester. Hooray! Hooray! And then half a year passed. Oh god! Half a year passed, and Suzuha fucking died. Fucking Suzuha just dead. Gehenna's stigma. Fuck, alright. Victor Kandra University's grounds were dead quiet. It was after 11 p.m. Some of the labs worked all night and went into the morning, so the place wasn't completely abandoned. But compared to daytime, it was quiet. The lights in the halls were off, and it was very scary walking down them alone. Maho lived in the research departments next to the lab. She'd been thinking about doing many things she had so many things that night, her head felt like it was going to explode. Then she looked out the window and realized that the lights were still on in the brain science lab. Dr. Liskina must have been working late, so she decided to put some coffee in the thermos to take it to him. She's gonna go in there and she's just gonna get shot. Why am I doing so much research about time machines anyway? Ever since she'd come back from Japan in January, she'd spent all her free time on it. Even she had to admit she was getting obsessed. Of course, since this wasn't something she could do research in public, and she couldn't let it interfere with her real job, she had to do it all on her own in her room at night. As a result, she was staying up late, battling with physics textbooks and unfamiliar subject. Exhaustion and lack of sleep were starting to get to her. The whole idea of a time machine was stupid! She still thought so, but she was surprised at how desperate she was getting. This is all because of Okabe. God, like she's gonna walk in that room and just get fucking blasted, right? Like, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for him to for her to get blasted by a Russian. Part of her wanted to believe it was real. Of course, once she'd seen Dr. Nakabachi's paper, that she didn't want to believe that Karisu was involved. They're just that bad. But... oh, shit, sorry. Ugh. If she could have written it off as a slim possibility, everything would have been so much easier. But it was just like her, she thought, to be unable to do that. Want to find what Karisu found. The desire was drove her to action. The more research she did, the harder it seemed. She was so hard believing she'd lose favor, but she was blah 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 blah. The usual complex started weighing down on her.
Karisu, I can't be you.
I need to have at least 2 of me standing on my shoulders.
And a trench coat.
Karisu was her dear friend, but at the same time, she was starting to feel jealous, frustrated, and hateful. And all those feelings started going around in her mind. There was no way she could focus on work. It was time to chat with Dr. Liskinen for a little, and then go to sleep. She headed over to the lab. I'm waiting for just, like, guys with guns.
Professor!
Oh, no, it is just Liskinen. Alright.
Hey, Maho.
Dr. Liskinen seemed surprised at her sudden visit, but he stood up from his chair and welcomed her.
What brings you here at this hour?
It's time for kids to be in bed. I'll say those exact same words to you.
Aha, you got that right. I'm a big baby child.
Dr. Liskinen laughed innocently like a child at her cutting remark. I can see the light on in my room, here. The cup on Dr. Liskinen's desk was empty. She poured him some coffee from the thermos. It wasn't the sticky sweet cafe au lait that she liked. She made it straight black to match the professor's tastes. The room was filled with steam and a pleasant smell.
There's a surprise, Maho, bringing me coffee? That's what the interns are for.
I'm not that bad, am I? But I thought you hated this sort of thing. As I recall, this is the first day you came to this lab. Mary was passing out morning coffee to everyone, and you refused. You remember what you said then? Did you come to work to make coffee? If you got some time to make coffee, why not get started on your work? I was in awe, I remember. This new kid was really something. That was such a long time ago, you don't need to bring it up now, baka. Maho's cheeks swelled in embarrassment.
What a cutie.
Back then well, everyone called me the girl genius, and I kinda let it go to my head.
I know better now.
I know to not be a giant fucking shitheel. Mary was another scientist at the lab. After Maho had apologized, they'd gone on to be friends.
You're so mean, Professor. I'm never making you coffee again. Bang.
Just as she was thinking about taking the coffee she poured back. That's right, Professor. Don't be so mean to Maho.
Karisu!
You heard a voice from Dr. Liskinen's computer.
Oh, Karisu.
Yes,
Yeah, it me. Karisu des.
I was just examining her program. She moved around to see where she see the monitor, and sure enough, Karisu's CG model was displayed on it.
Good evening, Maho. As this machine, I don't need to sleep. I'm just planning the death of all humanity.
Maho chuckled to herself. Karisu was just a program running on a computer, so she still couldn't stop herself from saying things like that. At the time they spent together, Karisu was no different from a human to her.
I'm not being mean to Maho. No.
I was actually quite impressed with what she said to Mary. I thought she was very logical, very cool-headed, and very entertaining. That's why I made her my assistant, and why Mary got fucking fired. Of course, I didn't mind my new, nicer version of you. Dr. Liskinen gave her a wink as he reached for his coffee cup. Like, I'm waiting for the Russians to just break in and shoot up the place. I'm waiting for it. He drank his coffee, he grabbed the corner of his eyelids and gave him a little massage. He's acting cheerful, but evidently he was really tired. Big sleepy boy. Oh, so what was he doing? Okay. Women's lie sometimes hide important secrets, can't say prove you trying to discover them. Oh no, stop learning how women lie! That'll be the secret to end off. Okay, really, secret to end all secrets. Ugh, my throat kinda hurts, so I'm gonna actually just leave this here. I can't do these for more than 2 hours at a time. Oh boy. Alright, so yeah, so I'm gonna leave this here. So, thank you all for watching, everybody. Those of you watching live and those of you watching on the VOD. If you are watching on the VOD, then hey, why not, swing by twitch.tv/NozzyChan and hit a follow button. And there'll be a live stream here waiting for you every single day at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't really have a schedule anymore. I just kind of do like what I feel like doing at the time. So, But yeah, every day, 6:30, there's something going on. So, as always, I am Nozz, and I'll see you in the next video. But most importantly, I've become a trash mammal today. And I'll see you a